Hi, everybody. Welcome into this week's show here on JTV, brought to you by the Insurance Circle Agency, West Michigan's family-driven insurance solution provider, myinsuranccircle.com. I'm David Rice. That is Adam Bragginser.
Yes, it is.
Doing good today?
Still recovering. I
From...
went to a bachelor party over the weekend.
Oh, nice.
Had it.
How'd that go?
It was good. Had it in Jackson. So that was fun.
Nice.
Rented out a nice Airbnb. One of the quick stories, I just told you this, is that it was kind of like like there was multiple bedrooms, but then there was like one that was like a loft and it had 4 beds up there.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, I wasn't ready to go to sleep yet. So I was in the living room and I was just like on my phone on the couch.
Mm-hmm.
And there'd be times where I'd like occasionally kind of start to drift off. Well, up in the loft, for some reason, they're playing Scooby-Doo at max volume. So I'm like laying there and then I would hear like, Zoink Scoob. And I'd like wake up and I'd be like, what the heck? And then I would be like, all right, I'm going to like try to go back to sleep. So then I go back to sleep again. And then I would hear like, whoa, like another like Scooby-Doo thing. And I'm like, what is going on?
Don't go to bed.
Yeah. But no, it was a good time. But I'm definitely feeling it. I'm feeling it today. So.
Well, one of the words I can't say, but things happen.
Yeah, of course.
It's okay.
Yeah.
I like your shirt you're wearing today, NBC.
Thank you.
Shout out to them.
Shout out to them, and this is a gift from my cousin. He's big on like the retro shirts and stuff like that. So
nice.
He found this somewhere. This is from the '90s. He found this somewhere, and I was just like, I need that. And he's like, well, I was gonna give it to you anyways. I was like, let's go.
Shout out to our competition.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, high school sports update, how we start the show. Latest high school baseball rankings from the Michigan Baseball Coaches Association. We have 3 teams in our area ranked, all in Division III. Lumen Christi, number 4 in the state this week in Division III. Columbia Central, number 7, and Grass Lake, number 12. And all 3 of them, unfortunately, are in the same district. 3 in the top 12 in the whole state, and they're all going to knock each other out. And that's sad.
I feel like that's usually how it goes.
Well, I know it's going to happen geographically. We talked about that with girls basketball.
Yeah.
But they can do it regionally by record. I don't know why they should do it like that. I don't know why they can't.
Right.
That's for later, another discussion. But Columbia Central going into this week 8-2. Grass Lake 9-1. Their only loss was from last week to Grosse Pointe Woods Liggett, another top 10 team. They are always solid. So, and they're in the same conference as Lumen Christi. Lumen is 9-2. Western undefeated 9-0-1, and Springport 10-1. Springport continuing the great school year of sports. So they're 10-1. Springport softball 6-0. Lumen and Hanover Horton both 6-2. Grass Lake 9-0. Columbia Central 10-0. We will have Grass Lake softball on JTV next Monday. I will share those details at the end of the show. Gave a little teaser last week.
I was going to say, yeah, you kind of previewed this, so.
Yep, I will give you the info on that when we wrap up. And we have some good girls soccer, too. Western undefeated, 6-0. They host number 6 ranked Plymouth Christian Academy this week. Columbia Central 4-2, and Grass Lake 3-0-2. So, Center for Family Health scoreboard each day online at jtv.tv and the ORS photo galleries. You know, we're only 5 weeks away until postseason begins already for high school baseball and softball and soccer.
And not to bring up the weather, but look at how cold it is out here. And the season's almost over.
Well, it was warm, and now it was cold this weekend.
I got up this morning. Well, it was actually Sunday when everybody was going home from the party. It was just like, it is freezing outside. I have another story about the party that we had a good time with the Airbnb, but I'm gonna kind of slightly put the Airbnb on blast real quick. So I'll bring that up when we can fit it in the show. But something else with that. But yes, it was very cold on Sunday and then cold today as well.
Okay. You know what? Why don't we save that for the end of the show?
Yeah, let's do it.
I have some more sports history.
Yes.
We'll talk about softball, and then you can call people out.
Sounds good.
Some people don't like us talking about the weather, though.
Well,
so
yeah, but
we got to call them out, too.
Yeah, but that's the reason I bring up the weather every time. So just so you know, if you're watching at home and you were the one, you're the reason why I'm going to talk about the weather every show now. So
apparently we're losers.
Yeah. I love it. I love it.
I can't give the finger on TV, but...
Well, you can. How about this? I'll put the camera on me. So camera's on me. Now you can do it. Perfect. But everybody at home didn't know, You might not have done it.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, no problem.
And real quick, great PGA golf over the weekend to the RBC Heritage. Matt Fitzpatrick won it on a playoff hole against Scotty Scheffler. They went to a 19th hole. Matt Fitzpatrick, this is the second time he's won the Heritage event at Hilton Head in South Carolina. Not as big of an event, but the Zurich Classic of New Orleans is the next event this weekend. And even though Scotty really hasn't won anything at all this year, he's still number one in the FedEx Cup points.
Yeah, but I will say this though: if you look at all of them, he hasn't won, but he's all been in the top five. He probably has a good amount of top five finishes. So.
Definitely getting to and Matt Fitzpatrick's already won 2 or 3 events this year, and it's only April. Wow. So good start to the year for him. Also coming up on the show today, NBA playoffs began over the weekend. If you missed the Pistons game 1 against Orlando, you didn't miss very much. Also Tigers update, they split 2-2 at Fenway.
Hey, Red Sox are a good team, so.
So now they're 11-11 going into this week's games. Homestand early this week and then back on the road this weekend. Plus, on this day in sports history, and we did one softball game live on JTV last year. We are back with one again next Monday, so I'll tell you about that. And Adam has to let a naysayer know.
Let a naysayer know, David Rice.
So we will do that at the end of the show as well. So NBA playoffs when we come back on JTV. Welcome back here on GTV. Want to give a shout out, thank you to Prate's Place helping us bring you today's show. Make your next night out unforgettable at Prate's Place in Grass Lake. Enjoy locally inspired dishes, big portions, and handcrafted drinks in a warm, welcoming atmosphere. Casual dinners, celebrations with friends. They have something for everyone there. So order online, scan the QR code, or go to pratesplace.com or 114 West Michigan Ave in Grass Lake, 517-522-8911. I don't know why you wouldn't be already, but if you I don't know if you follow them on Facebook or not, but they just came out with their own lager.
Oh, that sounds good.
Prate's Place beer.
Ooh, that sounds really good.
They just launched it over the weekend. I saw it on their Facebook.
Well, I know what my next dinner is going to be. It's going to be some smoked meats from there, and then it's going to be a couple of those lagers.
I thought you said you weren't drinking again after the bachelor party.
Oh yeah, good point. I'll make an exception.
It's a sponsor. It's an
sponsor. It's an exception. It's doing research with the sponsor, so that's fine. But
it's work.
Yeah,
it's work.
And if
related.
I have like one or two, not that big of a deal. It's not like I'm shotgunning beers or anything.
Oh, so you just gave away what you did over the weekend then?
Oh yeah. Well, come on, that's not that surprising.
No, but NBA playoffs. If you missed the Pistons' first game against the Magic, He didn't miss much. They didn't play well. 39 points for Cade, and nobody else did anything.
They didn't do great defensively.
No.
They did not look, and it was close. Like halftime, it was close. It was close, and then the Magic went on like a 12 or like a 14-2 run or something like that. And then at that point, I was like, it's over. They just couldn't keep up.
They made the Rockets-Lakers the Saturday night primetime game, and right before game time, it was announced Kevin Durant would not be playing.
They must have just been like, what did we do? What did we do to ourselves?
So it was Luke Kennard was the best player that game.
Wow. And this is what, like a 4 and 5 seed or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, what?
That's a name you probably haven't heard in a while.
I have not
Luke
heard Luke Kennard in a while. It's been quite a bit.
Hey, white boy can shoot.
Yeah, yes, he can.
So he led the Lakers, and they beat the Rockets in Game 1. Game 2 for the Pistons is Wednesday night at home on ESPN.
Real quick, do we know if Durant's going to be back for Game 2, or is that
We
like
don't
a
know.
game-time decision?
Not sure.
Okay. Because, I mean, like, I definitely had Houston win this series, but if he doesn't play, I kind of like the Lakers more. So I'm curious, when he'll be back. And, LeBron he's not that guy that's going to carry the team and score 40 points in a playoff game anymore. So
Also, you know what I really liked from yesterday's game was it was Portland-San Antonio. The San Antonio fans were great in that game. They rocked the throwback uniforms in the court, the Fiesta with the pink and teal, whatever.
That's sick.
And they color-coded like the sections. You have to look up a picture of it.
That's so cool. Nice.
So David Robinson and Tim Duncan were there watching.
Let's go.
First row. And so that was cool to watch. So San Antonio up 1-0. Thunder blew out Phoenix. Philly got killed by Boston. Most of the first round games really weren't that good.
Yeah, I kind of watched like highlights, and obviously I watched the Pistons game, but other than that, I just watched highlights and just none of the games are super explosive or anything to write home about. So
yeah, I wouldn't go to a game. I would stay at home and not watch.
That's the play.
All right, Tigers, they split 2-2 with the Red Sox over the weekend at Fenway. They are now 11-11 going into this week. Another good outing, though, from Skubal on Saturday. 10 strikeouts, 4 hits in 6 innings. So Tuesday through Thursday, they are at home against Milwaukee, and then they are back on the road at Cincinnati this weekend.
Are you worried at all at this stage? I know it's so early, right? Like we're
no,
a little over 20 games into the season, but
no. People like to complain about,
of course,
everything.
People
but
complain about after game 1, they would complain like it's
it's 161 games left.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I'm not worried at all. Yeah. I mean, what have we played? 22 games. There's 140 games left.
Yeah. Well, the game today, if you remember, like maybe it was last show or the show before that, we talked about Flaherty, and I said that like we really have to manage it.
Glad. Go ahead. I'm glad you brought him.
Yeah.
up.
Like we have to manage it well. Where it's like once he starts giving, like he'll be dominant for 4 or 5 innings, and then once the wheels fall off, they really fall off.
Oh, they fell off early today.
But the nice thing is, it's like we did the right thing. 4th inning came by. I think it was like 2 outs in the 4th. He was like 60 pitches in. They got rid of him. So it was like, hey, we need to do that. I asked for a short leash and we got it. He's really the only pitcher on our staff that I feel like that about. So I'm glad that AJ Hinch watches the show and he's listening, because they need to do that, and I'm glad
because he had maybe the worst decision of his life earlier today on a bunt. I don't know if you saw this play. I did not see this. It was 3rd or 4th inning. It was when the Red Sox took a 1-0 lead today. I don't remember how many outs there were, but guy on 3rd bunted. Red Sox bunted. So the guy at 3rd runs home, even though they bunted down the 3rd base line. And Flaherty didn't know what to do. He went to go throw to first, hesitated, came back, sees the guy coming home, even though the guy is already running towards home, not back towards third base. Flaherty throws to the third baseman, and he throws way off into foul territory.
Oh no!
Just the worst play I've ever seen from him.
Even if the throw would have been in line, it would have been a run scored because if he was already coming home.
Because he didn't even throw to the right guy.
Oh, all right, Flaherty, you need to figure
just
some
bad.
stuff out. Yeah.
So I'm glad you brought that up.
Yes.
Yeah, the wheels came off very early for him.
But at least they pulled him. At least they pulled him when they were supposed to.
Yep, and another rookie brought up for the Tigers as well.
Yes.
This weekend.
I forgot who it was.
Hao-Yu Lee.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
So he actually had a RBI double in today's game.
Nice. That's
when they tied it up at 3.
Does it make you feel any weird that Max Clark didn't get called up when they have?
They're calling up everybody else but him.
Yeah. But
nobody's came out and said why.
Yeah, I mean, he's doing great in the minors right now. I think the last I saw he was batting 360 or something like that, so he's doing pretty good.
He's not hurt, is he?
No, definitely not. Definitely not. I think
so. Why he's the number one overall pick?
I think some of it is he had such a rough spring that it's what, and honestly right now it's what I think they have to do with Torkelson right now. Last I saw Torkelson was batting, I think after the last game he was batting 188. So it's drop him down to the minors, let him chill there a little bit, get that swing up and going again, and then come back. I think that's kind of what they're doing with Max Clark. So I would say maybe around All-Star break, especially if Meadows is out for an extended period of time or whatever, they'll eventually call Max Clark up. But they need to send Torque down there, unfortunately.
Because Max Clark is outfielder?
Yeah, center field. He can do probably center field left or right, but center is his big position, and that's the injury. So you think you would be bringing him up now, but I'm okay with it. Let him mature in the minors.
Yeah, but he's got to come up eventually this season,
he will.
right?
I think he will. Yeah, I think he will. It's just he had such a rough spring, and they were never gonna. You compare his spring to McGonigal's spring, it's not even close. So, they brought Torque down before, and he came up and hit 30 home runs. So I hope that same thing happens to Max Clark. He'll come back and he'll be one of the star players. Because if we have Cole Keith, who we locked down for a big deal, McGonigal, who we just locked down for a big deal, then if we get Max Clark coming up and he starts batting extremely well, that team's going to look really good. Really young team and really good.
Yeah, and AJ Hinch is good with adjustments, too.
Yes. I trust a good manager, and he definitely is a good manager.
Absolutely. All right, when we come back, got some this day in sports history. One of them involving Detroit, Michigan.
Ooh.
And I'll tell you about live softball on JTV next Monday. So we'll be right back. All right, welcome back here on JTV. Thank you to the Insurance Circle Agency, and thank you again to Prate's Place. So, some on this day in sports history. I tried it out last week, so I figured we'd bring it back.
Yeah,
something new for the show.
Yeah.
I have two things from the year 1912.
Okay.
1912, the home of the Boston Red Sox, Fenway Park opened.
Hey,
1912, 114 years ago. I'm not good at math. 114. Actually, I knew that this morning because Tigers played early this morning. I was listening to the pregame on my way here.
That's awesome. And 1939 on this day, adding to it, Ted Williams got his first hit for the Boston Red Sox on this day.
And actually, one more from 1912.
Oh, yeah.
In Detroit, Michigan, Tiger Stadium opened.
Dude, let's go. That stadium was classic. You wouldn't have ever been able to go there because that closed in 99. But I never got to go either. That was something I always wish I would have been able to do because I got into Tigers shortly after it. But, on this day as well in 97, speaking of Tiger Stadium, McGuire was the fourth player to ever hit a home run over the roof in Tiger Stadium.
Wow.
Yep. That's what steroids do.
Don't do drugs.
Don't do drugs, but when you do, you hit bombs.
So maybe do drugs.
Well, no, don't recommend that for any young players. But if your name is Mark McGuire, Sammy Sosa, or Barry Bonds, it's gonna be pretty good.
In 1986, Michael Jordan set the then NBA playoff record with 63 points against the Boston Celtics.
That was against the Celtics. Wow,
Yes.
dude.
I remember watching that in the last
I
dance.
was just about to say that. That's so funny. I was just about to say I remember him talking about that game in there. That's so funny.
I
got one
else?
more.
Okay.
In 2002, on this day,
Okay.
David Carr, number 1 overall pick to the Houston Texans. And I don't have the exact stats with me. Obviously, you know his brother, but I don't know the exact stats with me, but it was
His
something
brother?
like Derek Carr.
That's
Derek Carr is
his
his
brother?
brother. Yeah.
I guess I never.
Yeah,
knew that.
yeah. So David Carr got it was something like he got sacked like 250 times.
Jeez.
That
It's like
team,
Cam Ward numbers.
yeah, exactly. And it's funny when we talked about Cam Ward on the show earlier in the year, I mentioned David Carr and I was like, don't do what happened to David Carr because that wasn't his fault. He had a horrible offensive line and he just got destroyed every single game. So it's like, of course you're not going to play well. And that's why I was worried about Cam Ward dealing with. And then before that, Bryce Young. And now you can argue Joe Burrow. Look at what's happening with him. He's an A+ talent, but he just can't do anything with no offensive line. Not really helping him out.
I didn't have this written down, but you mentioned the football players here. The NFL draft is later this week in
Yes.
Pittsburgh. A name I've seen floating around more as of recently to be drafted by the Lions, Alabama offensive lineman Caden Proctor.
That would be cool.
The big fella
Yeah.
that they have the trick plays for.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I feel like we need the help. Is it just me? And it could be. But this year's NFL draft is like, it's kind of just happening. Like, I feel like last year we had this
I
whole
haven't really heard a
build-up.
lot about it.
Yeah, I feel like we had this whole build up for it. Like, we knew weeks before when it was going to be, it was a big deal. And I feel like this year, like, watching ESPN or watching anything else, I just feel like it's not getting brought up as much. So I kind of forget it's happening. When I was at the party, somebody said, like, oh, yeah, do you want to, like, jump online to watch the draft together? And I was like, what draft? Like, I was thinking, like, fantasy sports. I was like, what draft are you talking about? They're like, the NFL draft.
And you
I was
didn't
like,
invite me?
It's happening? Yeah, and you didn't invite me. It hurt my feelings. But yeah, I don't know. You feel the same way that it really just hasn't been promoted, I feel like, as much as it has
Yeah,
years
unless
past.
if you watch like ESPN, the Ocho, when they do the
Yeah.
mock drafts,
Yeah.
nobody's really talked about it.
In between games of bocce ball, they're talking about they're doing mock drafts.
Here's a mock draft that was posted this morning. Not going to go through all of them, but real quick, Mendoza, number 1 to the Raiders. I feel like that's
That's a done deal. And he's not
Done
going to be
deal.
at the draft from what I hear.
he will not be.
Yeah.
Jets have the number 2 pick, Arvell Reese, edge and linebacker from Ohio State. Cardinals get a offensive lineman from Miami. Titans 4th pick, they get an edge rusher from Texas Tech. Giants number 5, Sonny Styles, Ohio State linebacker.
That is an amazing name. Sonny Styles?
Yes,
How's Sonny spelled?
Sonny.
Okay.
Browns number 6, Carnell Tate, Ohio State wide receiver. Jeremiah Love to the Commanders from Notre Dame at
I
number
think
7.
Jeremiah Love's going to be pretty good.
And they need a running back because Eckler is old.
Yeah.
So, let's see what else here. Giants, Ohio State safety. They get the 10th pick.
Do you guys have a first round pick? The Packers?
No, I don't think so.
Ooh, that's right.
The Dexter Lawrence trade that just happened.
Yes.
The Giants got the 10th pick.
That's
so
right.
they have the number 10 and number 5 pick, and it's the Giants, and they're still going to screw it up. Let's see what else we got.
I think if you were the
here.
Bengals, you would have wanted to keep that pick. Just saying.
Yeah.
Like, how about you help your boy out? Get him an offensive line.
Yeah. But now with Dexter Lawrence
Yeah.
and Trey Hendrickson.
Yeah.
Lions, number 17, offensive tackle from Georgia, Monroe Freeling.
Okay.
No relation to our buddy Joel Freeling.
Oh, I was gonna ask.
Let's see who else here. Yeah, Green Bay, no first round pick. Well, they have the Alabama lineman all the way down to the Texans at 28, and people are talking about the Lions at 17.
Well, I'll tell you this.
Unless if those people know something that we don't.
Well, if I'll tell you this though, real quick, like the way that we draft, we don't care where they're projected. We're just gonna take them if we want.
We
them.
don't care.
Yeah, we don't care. I mean, look at like other than Penei Sewell, I feel like all of our picks under this regime have been like, oh, like Gibbs. Nobody thought he was gonna be first round, let alone where we picked him in the first round. So,
this is surprising. Alabama quarterback Ty Simpson projected to go second round, 34th pick.
Wow.
To the Cardinals.
Cardinals could use it.
Because Kyler Murray's not there.
Yeah, I don't know who their starter is.
Right now, their quarterback room is Jacoby Brissett and Gardner Minshew.
Oh, boy. So they got two backups as their starters.
And Ty Simpson.
Yeah.
That is horrible.
They got
no
two
matter
backups
who you
and
start.
somebody on the bench.
And they have third stringer Kadon Slovis.
I swear you just said a basketball player. I did not know that was a football
From
player.
Eastern Europe.
Yeah.
I keep going down the list. The Packers.
I mean, I would assume you guys at least have a second round pick, I would hope.
The Lions with the 50th pick. Edge rusher from Michigan, Derek Moore.
Hey, that'd be cool to see Derek Moore.
Packers' first pick is at 52.
You got to wait 52 picks to watch your team. That's what kind of stinks. Like
yeah, but you know what? It's Thursday, so there will be playoff games on.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. But still, it's just like if I'm watching the draft, like it's kind of centered around you're watching the draft to see who goes where, but like it's kind of a little bit centered around your favorite team. Like, oh, who are we gonna pick? Like those are the fun ones. Like with the Lions, like the drafts that we had when we were at the top of the, we were like drafting second overall. Those drafts were fun to watch in person with a bunch of Lions fans because like, who are we going to draft? Like, this is going to be huge. But
Same thing like when the Pistons had the high picks and they took Darko Milicic.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I could have had Carmelo. But imagine that team if we would have had Carmelo Anthony that year that we went to the finals and the year we won and then we went back to the finals the next year. Like, oh, man, like that team would have been disgusting. And we needed a forward. We could have had another forward and we could have had Carmelo.
So Packers, 52nd pick, edge rusher from Penn State, Dennis Sutton.
Okay, all right.
What are we doing?
Hey, never heard of him, but I like when the Packers draft people I've never heard of.
Thanks.
That's cool.
Because our front office is
you love them.
Dog poop.
You love them.
I don't actually. I'm technically their boss. I'm part owner.
That's true. That's true. How about this? You hate the front office, but David, I love your front office.
Thanks.
Yeah, no problem.
So yeah, I didn't even know the draft was going on.
Yeah, until I found out about it, I was like, "Whoa, it's happening!" Like that's crazy. I've heard nothing about it.
Couple other sports notes, really quick. One. We did a live softball game on JTV last year, and we are back with one.
Let's go.
Next Monday.
Let's go.
Grass Lake, the defending state champion Grass Lake. They went 40-4 last year. At Napoleon, taking on our friend Josh Brigette and the Pirates.
That'll be fun.
Although, disclaimer, we are only showing the second game of the doubleheader.
Yes, that's right.
live.
It is a doubleheader, but we will be kind of getting everything set up and ready to go at the start of that first game. So we will bring you the second of those.
Not bring down our excitement on doing the game, but on paper, Grass Lake's a heavy favorite.
Yes.
And they've been beating the you-know-what out of everybody so far this year. So I have a feeling both games aren't going to be as great as we want them to be. That's why I wanted to do both games.
Yeah.
But
You never
But,
know.
yeah.
When it's softball or baseball, you never know. Anything can happen. The best teams can lose to the Dodgers can lose
To the Rockies.
yeah, any given day. So
With
and this
snow
isn't
on
that
their field.
this isn't that big of a thing like the Rockies versus Dodgers would be. So I'm pulling for. How about this? I like both teams, but I'm pulling for Napoleon. I'm pulling for Josh. I'm pulling for the underdog upset.
Not that I would want to see them win, but I'm just saying on
Well,
paper.
you're saying who you think's gonna win compared to who you want to win. Like I've said, like my mind tells me one team, but my heart tells me the other. It's kind of
Yeah, but I also went to Grass.
But you got your heart and your Well, just so
Although
we can
I do want to
differ.
see our friend Josh do well.
Yeah, just so we can differ, I'll take Napoleon.
All right. So we have the second game of the doubleheader live on JTV. So that'll probably be 5:15, 5:30.
Yeah.
First game starts at 4. So looking forward to that. Me and Max Fritz and our crew.
Nice.
So 5 o'clock next Monday, the 27th. Have that on TV. We'll have it online, and we'll have it on the book face as well.
Nice.
Also, we have some soccer highlights to show you. Chelsea and Jackson girls soccer highlights from Parkside last week. Thanks to Sean for providing
Thank
these
you, Sean.
soccer highlights. So, roll them. So Chelsea Jackson highlights, again, all highlights and photo galleries on our website, jtv.tv. Also, something cool I wanted to mention here while we have way too much time to fill in today's program. Last week on Bart's show, we had two players and the head coach, Rodney Loudon, from the Homer girls basketball team on.
Yeah.
And they had a great season. First district title for Homer since 2016. So they had a great season, district championship, and they rallied around one of their teammates who was diagnosed with cancer earlier this season. So The two players and Coach Loudon were on Bart's show talking about their season and how people can help support their teammates and her family. So if you missed an interview, we have it for you now.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, great to have you here. How was the season for Homer?
It was a very fun season. We hit some goals that we wanted this year. We had a winning record, and we won our district this year. So a lot of emotions, good emotions, and then some unexpected emotions as well with one of our players getting diagnosed with cancer. But we rallied together as a team, and so it was a good season, but at the same time a lot to deal with at the same time. So to have the end result, and really the girls really dedicated that championship to Cami, so it was a good thing.
Well, I don't think there's anything more emotional in sports than girls basketball.
Yeah.
It really is. It's a very emotional sport, and I think it's because of the relationships that you make as teammates. Tell me about the challenge that your team had this year with one of your teammates being diagnosed with cancer.
Okay.
Cami?
Yeah. Well,
I'm sorry, Ava.
Yeah. For us, we looked at Cami more as a friend. None of us were really like, she's just our teammate, whatever. Like, we were all very close group, all very close friends. So when we lost, well, we went the whole week. When she started getting sick, we were all still like, why is she still going? Like, she's, like, this is before we knew what she officially had, but even she was warming up, she was still coughing and hacking, and we're like, take a break. And she was like, no, I'm still stretching, I'm still going, I'm still doing this. Like, she was very persistent, and she's going to keep going. So for us, it was hard to try and tame her, I guess you could say, get her to sit down, get her to breathe, whatever. But I just think when we went through this, we just were reminded of the memories we had with her and what she'd want us to do from that point moving on.
Olivia, you rallied to support Cami, and did you all know what was going on at the beginning of the season?
For the most part, yes, but I don't know, like going through the season, just like with her going out, it really it took a toll on us, like getting like into the end of the season, because she went out towards the middle of the season, and then to finish without her, it was really hard, because it's like our last year together. So like that was just like what hurt us the most, I guess.
What have you as a team done to support Cami and her family?
Well, we've already, the day we found out that she had cancer was the day before our Columbia Central basketball game. Like an hour or two before we started playing is when we found out. So they already started a GoFundMe for her as soon as it was out there, and we've done multitude of things. Rather it be wearing like this bow in her hair for her to represent her and to remind us what she would do in situations we're in and stuff. But I mean, we've run a championship for her, and I don't know, I just think that was really special for us.
Yeah, the community was fantastic. The outpouring, as Ava said, the GoFundMe started right away, and that started raising money immediately. Yeah. We actually took a day from practice and did a free throw-a-thon, and that actually, the generosity for that, some people were donating a high amount of money for made free throws for the teams. We made over $7,000 for Cami and her family just from the free throw-a-thon alone. So it's just, Homer's a strong community. It really just proved how people can come together so fast and for a right cause. Cami's family is just fantastic. Her older sister played for me too, and they're just a tough family, and it was just great to see the community come together so quickly.
Yeah, Homer Strong is a phrase that we hear a lot about the community. I was at Cascarelli's last week, and I caught wind of what was going on, but didn't really know the full story. I'm glad to have you guys here today. And how is Cami? What's her status and her prognosis?
Just talking with her dad off and on, she has regular chemotherapy at least once a week,
Yeah.
I believe. The girls keep in contact with her too, and the hope is that she can definitely come back for graduation and prom, so that her dad's moving down there with her full time. So she's able to get out, so she's not just stuck in one spot, so she can get around and get out and about. But so it sounds like she'll be able to come back for some senior things for us, which will be fantastic.
Is she a senior too?
Yes, she is.
Yeah. So she's in the top-notch facility right now,
Yeah.
getting first-class care, which is great news.
Absolutely.
We've got some photos from the season I want to take a look at. You mentioned winning the district championship over Hudson, but along the way you had some great games. So tell us about your highlight for the season, Ava. What was the best game, the best day?
Well, the obvious answer is going to be our championship at the end of the game. But I liked the first game the best because I think we all have kind of an unspoken rivalry with Jonesville, who we played the first round of districts and stuff. And they were awesome with this whole thing with Cammie too. Like the first time we played them, they made a basket for her with a bunch of like goodies in it for us to give to her and stuff. But yeah, just beating them the first round was for sure an up boost for us, and we FaceTimed Cammie before the game, and she gave us some words of encouragement and stuff, and it really fueled our fire to win for her.
That's what I noticed about watching girls basketball this season is you're close as teammates, but you have friendships
Yeah.
across the court.
Oh yeah.
In the case of Jonesville, your neighbors.
Exactly.
Right.
Olivia, what stands out for you from this past year?
I guess just like how all of us girls can like come together, like no matter what happens. But then like during our Jonesville game, like Ava said, like we talked to Cammie before the game, and I feel like that just like got us like going, like, oh, we need to win this for her. Like she's our reason why. But
Both of you seniors. What's next for Ava?
For me, I'm going to run track and play basketball at Cleary University in Howell, Michigan. That's my next
Congratulations.
plans, yeah.
Awesome. What are your track events?
Well, today we have a meet right after this.
Yeah, they're going right,
so
going
we
right to
got our
track.
jerseys on and stuff. But I do the 4x1, the 4x2, 200, 100, long jump, basically any sprint event.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, it sounds like the team would be in big trouble if you didn't get there on time today. Olivia, what are you going to do?
I'm not 100% sure, but I've been looking at Kalamazoo Valley to play volleyball for the next 2 years. But I want to go into like nursing, so we'll just see how that goes.
Great. It's exciting. You had really a great season, won the district, and you ran into a really tough team with Monroe St. Mary.
Yeah, very. They do what they do well. So they run their 2-3 zone. We saw that through film, and they consistently do it. I thought we were right there. I think in the third quarter we took maybe a 2-point, 3-point lead. So we were right there with them. It's just one of those things that just it's the way the game just kind of went throughout. It just came up a little bit short, but at the end of the day, I thought the girls did everything they possibly could do to keep going. This group they really answered the challenge of showing up every day and giving everything they got, and they did that for me all season long. Every practice, every game, they were very, very consistent, and especially these two girls being with me for 4 years. A lot of good memories and a lot of pushing them through the years to keep getting better and better, and they were always receptive of that coaching, and I'm going to miss them a ton.
Well, it sounds to me like Cammie was with you even when days she wasn't able to be there. And was very much part of the district championship.
Yep, like Abe said, we FaceTimed her before the games and lives, and like it was really
be a part of our celebration.
So you got to rebuild. You're losing Ava and Olivia and Cammie all moving on. What are you going to do next year?
Just got to keep battling. We had some young girls too. That's another, their senior leadership. They helped some freshmen along the way. We had a really good mix of young and experienced this year, and I think that's what showed with our consistency and our positive outcomes this year.
Great. Well, you already did a spaghetti dinner as a fundraiser. What is the ways that the community can help
I think, I don't know if there's still a GoFundMe or not, but I know everything was happening so fast. We did a lot at first, but I'm sure there's any donation could still be made to Homer Schools, and that would go directly to the family for sure. So.
And you
Great.
can still buy her T-shirts too
Yep.
online.
Yep. There were some T-shirts online still for sale as well.
Nice. All right, so we've got track for you, spring, and
I also
Olivia,
did track for spring too.
track too. And you're running all the other events that Ava's not.
Just about.
Where's the meet today?
East Jackson.
Oh, great. Your old school.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, great to have you all here. Thanks for telling us all about your teammate, and very cool that you were able to honor her and help her this season. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
You
Thank
bet.
you.
Best wishes to all of you and your spring sports and then graduation coming up.
Thank you.
You bet. Homer High varsity girls basketball coach Rodney Loudon and 4-year varsity stars Ava Fetterman and Olivia Warner.
So thanks to the players and Coach Rodney from Homer for coming on the show. So great season for them. Couple of other random things we had to mention here today. First, you have your Airbnb story.
Yes, I do.
So the floor is now yours. And then I have two things after that. One, somebody getting burned on fire at the Jackson Speedway over the weekend because we have idiots in a looks like a mosh pit.
Dude, I know. I saw some of the videos.
And Ice Spice also slapped a woman at McDonald's.
What?
Or
What?
got slapped.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Inside the NBA mentioned it, and they showed the clip.
Did they?
And they're sponsored by McDonald's.
That's awesome.
Anyways, go ahead.
Oh, yeah. I was just going to mention this just because it was weird with the Airbnb. So, lovely place. I won't mention too much stuff about it, but lovely place. We get there, and it's, somebody, like you do, you show up to the Airbnb, use the restroom is one of your first things.
We're
And
off to
they, oh, yeah. And they come out, and they're like, yeah, the toilet isn't flushing. It's like, well, that's a problem. And we checked in on it, and yeah, toilet wasn't really flushing. So then we just happened to, like, as that was going on, there's a laundry room. We happened to open up the laundry room, and it is, like, underwater, pretty much. Like,
No.
all the water's coming out of, like, the drainage thing and just flooding that room. Yeah. And this is right when we get there. So, and we've all had a few drinks at this point, and we're just like,
wonderful.
oh, what the heck is going on? So we call the owners, and we're like, yeah, the water's coming out. We can't really flush the toilets. Like, we don't know what's going on. They're like, oh, okay, yeah, we'll send somebody in the morning.
In the morning?
Yeah.
What time of day is this when you get there and
So,
notice this?
David, that's a good question. It was 3 p.m. about. So it wasn't
3
like,
p.m.?
Yeah, it wasn't like we called it like midnight or we called it like 9 p.m. and they were like, oh, okay, in the morning we'll send somebody. This is like early to midday when this happened. So we were like, okay, that's not great. So then we called them back and we're like, well,
I hope they don't watch our program.
Well, yeah. Well, taking the chance there. But I'm being honest. I mean, this is exactly what happened.
We're not naming names, so it's fine.
Yeah, I'm not
Continue.
like putting the link in the description to the Airbnb or anything. But we go, we call.
Give them a bad Yelp review.
Yeah. As the last guy shows up, we call him back and we're like, hey, just so you know, we can't use the bathroom. So like we are renting this Airbnb from you that has like
you
a
can't
couple
drink
bathrooms.
and not go to the bathroom.
Exactly, and that's where we're running into an issue. It was like, how are we gonna do this? So we called them back again. They're like, okay, yeah, we'll send somebody over there. So they sent somebody over, and the guy pretty much left and was like, yeah, I'll deal with this in the morning.
What?
Yeah, so
He goes there. Did he even assess the situation?
he looked at it, and I think if I remember correctly, I think he originally was just like, this probably isn't like too big of a deal. Like I think he tried snaking it a little bit, but couldn't really figure it out. So he was just like, yeah, I'll just get to it later, I guess. So we contacted them, and I guess on that property, they like the people that own that Airbnb like have their house and have like another Airbnb on that property. So it was like 3 different ones there. And they told us like, hey, no big deal. Like, sorry about this, but you can use the other Airbnb to go to the restroom. It's a little bit of a hike to get over there, but it's walking distance. So they gave us the code, so we had to go into that.
Is it like the house next door?
Kind of like you have to go like pretty far out and then you have to kind of like go to the left, and then you have to walk a little bit further. But I can tell you this: if it's like 3 a.m. and you wake up and you have to use the restroom,
That's not happening.
and then it starts pouring like it was in real life at 3 a.m. My buddy come walking in. Somebody just happened to be up at like 3, like they just woke up and they looked over, and he's like walking in as it's just downpouring outside, and it's
He's
like,
drenched.
well, yeah, what were you doing out there? It's like, I had to go use the restroom, so they had to go all the way over there. So I was expecting like they're probably going to give us a nice like discount or something like that because we had no restroom.
No.
They gave us 50% off a boat rental that we were never going to do anyways. And anyways, it was raining that next day, so we wouldn't have been able to anyways.
Are you kidding me?
Seriously. But with that being said, and luckily
This was on a lake. I take
luckily,
it.
we're just giving more information so people can find out where this is at.
Well, we have plenty of lakes.
Yeah, that's
in
true.
our area.
We do.
Which lake was it?
I'm not gonna say that part because that's gonna narrow it down even more.
Okay,
but I'll say this:
fine.
I was the luckiest person. I was able to just like get in my car and drive to my apartment and be able to use the restroom and facilities there. And then go and pick up food and stuff like that for everybody. So it's like I at least
Still, that's ridiculous.
But
you shouldn't even have to leave.
I shouldn't have to drive.
House,
yeah,
a house that should have a working bathroom
that we're paying for.
That you're paying for.
Yeah.
50% off boat rental.
But I will say this, just to wrap it all up, they did end up fixing it. So for the last day there, we had working toilets, and everybody was super happy.
From Thursday to Sunday. By Sunday, we were able to.
Hey. We were
Take
able to,
there.
it was very
Sorry, I'll have to cut that out, but continue.
So yeah, we were we still had an awesome time though. I'm very glad that they were able to get everything fixed. And it was a great bachelor party, but we ran into that was a small little issue that we had.
I'd say so.
Yeah, but happy that everything ended up working out. And by the way, the maintenance guy, when he left, he because I don't know, he was just like showed up in like sweatpants and stuff, so he might have just been like I don't know if he was like with an actual company. I think he just showed up. Could have just been a random dude. I don't know either, but we did ask him if he wanted to play D&D as he was leaving the last time. We're like, hey, we could use another player if you wanted to play, but he told us
you look like you're not working right now.
Yeah,
Clearly,
like,
you
hey,
didn't fix our toilet.
Yeah, it's like, hey man, like you could be a bard or you could be something. Like we'll make you a wizard or something if you want.
I just watched the new. I just watched the new season of Ted.
Me too. I just got
Peacock.
through it.
I just watched the episode with the Dungeons
That one
and
is
Dragons.
so good,
and it was hilarious.
I recommend that to like any D&D fan that maybe
and I'm not,
wouldn't
but
like
I
the
just
show.
thought that was funny.
Oh, it was really cool how they like were all like actually in the dungeon and stuff. It was really really cool. But that whole season was phenomenal of Ted.
So besides you guys not having a working toilet,
Yes.
everything else was good.
Everything else was good. We the first day we rented out a theater, the local theater in town, and we played video games up on the big screen. So got to do that. Went and ate at Grand River, and then went out to the Airbnb, and debauchery ensued, and lots of waking up in the middle of the night and hearing Scooby Doo. But it was a good time. I think we all had a blast.
Thank you very much for that report.
No problem.
Did Andy show you? He went around the office today. I just got to say this, and he said, "Hey, did you see what happened at Jackson Speedway over the weekend?" I already saw it. Somebody I'm friends with on Facebook shared a video yesterday.
I had not seen it, but he showed me. The guy getting
when
lit
we
on
wrap
fire.
up here, I'll show you the video that I saw. First of all, why is everybody standing on the track? That's the first mistake.
Yeah.
And then the video I'll show you, it's two cars burning out, spinning around, and one of them drifts into the crowd.
This is the one I saw. Is this the one where the guy gets his leg lit on fire?
Yes.
Yes, I saw that, dude. And he's like freaking out. And
Damn
then
idiot.
when he gets pulled out of there, you can see like the holes in his pants from where the fire was. And like just literally like in an instant lit his pants on fire pretty much. Crazy. Yeah. My leg.
Yeah, I just saw they posted something on their Facebook. about. No, see, I look up Jackson Speedway on Facebook, and first thing I see on there, dude gets caught on fire. It's not even the post I want.
That is not great publicity for them. I'm so sorry.
No, and I remember going there as a kid to actually watch races. And I can't find the post, but there's no races there anymore.
No, the only race that was happening was the race to put that guy out because he was literally on fire, dude. It was crazy.
His pajama pants got caught on fire.
Yeah, they were.
Flannel.
Highly flammable pajama pants that guy had on, or sweatpants.
Last thing here before we go. After the Rockets-Lakers game on ABC Saturday, it was Inside the NBA. Ernie and
one of our favorite
Charles
shows
in the game. Yes, the best show on TV. The post game is sponsored by McDonald's, and Barkley interrupts like he always does, and says, "Did you guys see what happened at a McDonald's over the weekend?"
Oh no!
He said, "I heard they have some slappy Happy Meals there." And Ice Spice got slapped across the face by a girl at a McDonald's.
Not an employee, but like just somebody, like one of the customers.
Just another random girl.
What?
First of all, she had no security or anything with her. She had like her hoodie on over her from her jacket. Her and her friend are at a McDonald's at like 2:30 in the morning. And this girl comes up and starts yelling at her, so she stands up in the booth, says something. There's no audio in this video. And then the girl that approached her went up, bam!
Wow.
And they have a scrum after that.
Oh, a little tussle?
And one of the girls' drinks spilled on the floor, and the girl that slapped her didn't see it, so she slipped and ate it, and it was hilarious.
Well, at least they have free refills there at McDonald's, so you're able to fill that back up with some Coke, but still, that's ridiculous. I cannot believe that happened.
First of all, why is she just going there without anybody? Like security?
That's pretty crazy. Yeah. I do support the 2 a.m. McDonald's trip, though. That is...
No, I do too, but
nice.
I'm just saying, if you're that popular, famous, you don't have anybody with you, your friend doesn't count.
Right.
That's
crazy.
Yeah. So he called it the Slappy Happy Meal. And he also did say the filet of fish is the greatest sandwich in the world.
Okay, that's so funny. I listened to a podcast.
That is a bad take.
I listened to a podcast yesterday, and they were talking about it, and somebody else also said that the filet of fish was the best item there, and I thought they were crazy. It's not bad. I know somebody that really likes a filet of fish too, but like, dude, there's so many items in McDonald's that's better than a filet of fish. Like,
he said his pregame meal in the NBA used to be, I can't believe it. This is going to be ridiculous. 2 filet of fishes, large fry.
Wow.
And he said he was watching his calories, so he washed it down with a Diet Coke.
Diet Coke, and with his Diet Coke. You know, another person that has like a pregame meal from a fast food place, Justin Verlander.
Really?
Yeah, so he was on Conan like after probably like 2011 after he won his MVP.
He won't be having a pregame meal anytime soon if he keeps sitting out.
Yeah, but he got like Mexican pizza and a couple soft tacos, but it would have to be like no matter where he was at, he would have to get that same exact meal the night before he pitched. I wonder if he still does it. That would be interesting to find out if he still has his pregame ritual.
I don't know.
It's good. Hey, it's a good selection. Gotta love T-Bell.
Yeah, absolutely. JTV is also sponsored by McDonald's, so can't talk too bad.
And we love McDonald's.
Yeah, we do.
I just get a chicken sandwich or a double cheeseburger. I love those double cheeseburgers there.
Yeah, right. And their Slappy Happy Meals are really good. So, all right, thank you to our JTV Sports crew, excited for Softball Monday, and thank you to the Insurance Circle Agency and Prate's Place. So, after all this nonsense here at the end, that about does it for us. So, subscribe wherever you get your podcasts on YouTube and watch online at jtv.tv. So, have a great week. Go Tigers, and hopefully the Pistons can get it together.
Yes.
So, that's Adam. I'm David Rice, and we will see you on Tuesday next week because of Softball Monday.
Bye-bye.